a certain man who had flight phobia. You know what a phobia is, right? A strong, sometimes irrational fear over something. For instance, all women, if not, most women, if not, or they have phobia for cockroach. If cockroach comes here now, all the women will fly out. It's not like cockroach will bite them. Just the sight of it. Some people have phobia for height. If they ascend a height, they begin to feel dizzy. All of us have one phobia or the other. Okay, so this man had phobia for flight, but something critical came and he had to fly. So he boarded the plane. Within the course of the flight, he was restless, he was scared, he was anxious, he was not relaxed. Then suddenly there was turbulence. And the man started, he couldn't take it anymore. He started praying out loud. In fact, he was almost crying. He said, God, if this plane lands safely, I will give you half of my weight. He was a very wealthy man. If this plane lands safely, I'll give you half my weight. He didn't know there was a priest by his side. The priest was calm. So when the plane eventually made it and landed safely, as they came out of the flight, the man was in a hurry. You know, if you have flight phobia, once your plane touches ground, you are rushing out because your mind is telling you, if you don't go out quickly, this thing will climb up the air again. So as he was running out, the priest also ran after him and tapped him and said, Oga, my name is Father So. I was on the flight with you. I heard the promise you made to God. You promised God that if this flight lands safely, you are going to give him half your wealth. So I'm a priest. Can I take it on God's behalf? The man, he smiled at the priest and said, Father, don't worry. I have made a bigger and a better offer to God. And Father is like, what is it? He said, Father, I have told God that if he ever catches me in a flight again, he should take all my wealth. Now let me ask you, by reneging on his promises, did the man commit any sin? He promised to do this for God, and it happened, he didn't do it. Has he committed any sin? Sin of what? Promise and faith. Which commandment is that? Has he committed any sin? No, he has not committed any sin. It was a promise. A promise is by fiat. When you say by fiat, personal decision. He has not committed any sin. It's like I promise somebody car on his or her birthday, and then the birthday comes, and I don't give the person the car. Will the person sue me to court? Will the person fight me? Huh? The worst the person will do is to stop talking to me, and maybe tell people that I am promise and fail. Because promise is not a covenant. Promise is not legal. Promise depends on the integrity or the willingness or the disposition of the person who is making it. The person is not even obliged by any law. The worst you can say that this person does not keep his or her promises. Shikena, you can't sue the person because it's a promise. A promise can be broken. So for our ladies, don't go and make marriage commitment to a guy because he made a promise to marry you. The promise to marry you does not mean that the guy must marry you. Don't go and give him the commitment of a wife. By weekend, you go to his house. You become cook, chef, cleaner, every other thing. You do everything for him because he has promised to marry you. Now let your guards down. You're already acting like a wife. One day the guy can call you and it has happened. He will call, Chinaza, you're a very good girl. In fact, you are too good. You are very disciplined, you are respectful, you can cook, you can clean. But I have discovered that I don't deserve you. And then he will leave you and go and marry another person. And then you start crying and telling people, and they will ask you, but why were you doing all this? He promised to marry me. Auntie, promise does not establish marriage. Promise has no legal binding. To watch full videos and get notifications for new ones, Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Meet new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.